Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet and of YouTube. Welcome back to Final Fantasy D6 Chronicles of Eno. I am your game master, as always, Skajaramas, otherwise known as Tone Shift. With me today, we have Tom, a 117Z, playing as our female Elvon Ranger, Neothil.
Hello.
We have Darkness, playing as Alisire, our male human paladin.
Hey everybody, once again.
We have Luminous Starlight, playing as our female Chocobo, cyborg Chocobo warrior, Rocket.
I have pizza.
Yes, you do. Sadly, however, our male human Dark Knight, Thanatos, played by Hades, won't really be having much of a presence in this session. Hades was unable to attend because he had a real-life thing, but we got some important shit coming up in the session, and I didn't want to stall any longer, or just too excited for it, so he agreed to sit this one out, and I'll send him the recording when all this is...
No pizza for him.
No pizza for him, exactly. I'll be sure to send him the recording when all this is said and done, though.
He has lost the delicious
You'll also
flight.
see the episode when I post it, but I will be in a few weeks, so...
Yeah, that'll be in a few weeks.
Hey.
So, yeah. I don't really have any specific announcements to get into for this particular session. Nothing of substantial note has really changed since the last time. It's pretty much as it was before. So, allow me then to really quickly give a recap of events as they were last time. The party had just returned to the city of Marasu after an extended few days outside the city limits, hunting down a group of cultists in service to some strange, unnatural plague that has claimed the city of Marasu. After trekking their way out, taking care of the cultists who were planning on dumping infected material into the river and making their way back, they had a day of downtime to just relax, unwind, do some shopping, get their heads together, and check up on some of the other people that they have come to know in this city, such as Mika Solwyn and her master, Tam Uman, the local white mage, and his apprentice, up in the castle, and the progress they have made trying to decipher the origins and nature of this plague from a sample provided to them by Alisire some time ago. And additionally, Neothil flirted with a local hooker, or stripper, not stripper, just a dancer in general, and got shot through the heart. And,
Ouch.
Yeah,
It hurts so bad.
Yeah, Neothil's going to be waking up with a hangover this session, just because she drank very heavily to drown her sorrows.
Oh yeah, that happened, didn't it?
Yeah, that did happen.
Because she doesn't care for suitors.
I mean, she explained her reasons why. She gets approached by a lot of people. If she were to take any of them, it wouldn't stop the others, and it would just create tension and drama that no one really wants. So she just decides it's better to be single. She
was also straight.
That probably helps. Or rather, doesn't in your case.
Yeah, I was going to say, it doesn't.
There, you find the one.
Eventually.
Yeah, the one who should be based on a certain poem, but we'll see.
Which I probably have to cure you of your headache. Again.
Get used to it.
Oh boy. Why am I the responsible one?
Hey, wait till we meet Rania. She'll take full advantage of your abilities.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. I'm double screwed. No, triple screwed. There's
Scarlet as well.
All right, well, add in your 8. It's time for us to get back into the swing of things. So, with all that in mind, just a moment here to grab my Marasu playlist. Here we go. So, let's begin with Rocket, since she's outside, and she'll be the first one to notice this. As dawn is breaking, you come to in your little under your little yawning outside of the Whiskers Corner Inn. And despite the naturally insulating and warm coat of feathers that you wear naturally at all times, you can't help but shiver a bit and huddle closer as a chilly wind wisps through the air, and you see a few additional flakes of snow drifting by. Still not sticking, but it looks like it's really trying. The ground past your little covered spot is a little damp from melted snow and maybe a little bit of rainfall that came over the night. The sky is cloudy, the atmosphere is a little dreary, and there aren't very many people out and about right now. It looks like everyone's, for one thing, it's early, and everyone's wanting to stay out of the chilly weather, so they're all inside and just tending to themselves and just trying to relax a little bit with the, even if it's short-lived peace that your group and their efforts have earned them. Is there any particular actions you wish to take at this time?
I see winter is coming.
Ah, ha, ha, ha.
Ironically, I was watching Game of Thrones clips before
I
we
get
started this. I get it!
Yes,
Rocket, rocket.
Shut
it's a
up.
sunny rocket, rocket.
Stop.
All right, I'm currently up to date. All right, I get it. It's
Don't give me a goddamn Don't give yourself a goddamn copyright strike,
If
man.
you got copyright from that, I'm an amazing singer.
I think we'd be fine as long as we don't overdo it.
But yeah, Rocket. anything?
Continue.
See about going in, just to keep warm.
Just to keep warm. All right. Yeah, okay, that can be arranged easily. And if you step inside, like there's like one person in there right now, just nibbling at some breakfast in a corner. Looks up as you enter, raises an eyebrow, goes back to his breakfast. Nibble, 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 nibble. The barkeep Levain's behind the counter as usual, looking kind of groggy himself. Probably just got up. Looks up as you enter. Hey. Sleep well, bud?
Morning. Yeah, but it's kind of cold out.
Winter.
Winter is coming.
It's here. Anyways, I take it you're looking for your friends.
I mostly came in to stay warm.
Fair enough. If you need anything, let me know.
Okay.
Alright. Do you find a spot to sit down or anything, or?
Yeah, I'll sit down.
Alright. Well, you find a nice spot, you sit down, and get to preening your feathers a bit again. Bit of time begins to pass. Eventually, hold on a second, let me just really quickly roll something here.
Go ahead.
Always a good sign when the DM roll. F.
I mean, this wasn't a matter of critical failures or
wanna wake
successes. This is me determining who's waking up first. Alistair, you're up next.
It's me?
Yep, you're waking up next, so you're up in your room.
Sure thing. Well, I get up and put on my gear on for another day of adventure.
Okay.
And then I notice it's snowing outside.
Yep.
Wonderful. I have to wear extra layers at this rate. I should check to see how Nee is, but I think I'm going to leave her to sleep. She had a bit too much. Let's see what's going on downstairs.
As you step out into the hall, you actually see Thanatos is also stepping out from his room, looking a little groggy. Kind of nods at you. Hey.
Hey, Thanatos, had a good sleep?
I've had better.
Ah.
You're not too bad at the voice.
I'm a voice actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Nee didn't give you too much trouble, did she?
A lot of thrashing, a groaning. Not really.
I just hope she's in a better mood when she does wake up.
Hangovers are good for you. Builds character.
You say so. I'm still going to stick with plain old water. That's not alcoholic.
Kind of adjusts his cloak a bit and starts heading down for the common room. And you're following, I take it?
Yep, because I did say I was going to go downstairs. Still continuing the plan.
All right. Well, as you're thunking down the stairs, Neothil.
Oh, Alicia!
Yeah, you slowly come out of your sleep when you hear them thunking. Their armored feet walking down the hall, clunk 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 clunk. Your head is pounding your head is pounding and throbbing. It really hurts.
Yes. Alicia, I need your magic thingy. Ow.
Thanatos just
Excuse me.
smirks.
Excuse me, Thanatos. My powers are needed.
Who
I'm
hit
coming.
me?
I dare not to say. Please don't make this too much of an inconvenience to me.
You're inconvenient. Ow.
Hold still.
Yes, sir.
And you're casting Poisona.
Yep.
All right, subtract the appropriate amount of MP.
Okay. Just load up.
Before all that, by the way, everyone should be back up to max HP and MP, and if they weren't already, just, because full rest.
I am.
Of course. Let's see.
Oh, boy.
26 MP, so it takes away for now.
I believe
Where is it?
Poisona
Where is
takes
it?
3.
Yep, so it'll be on 23
All right.
now.
Thanatos does a few gestures, a few hand motions. Green light sort of seeps out from between his fingers and kind of washes over.
You mean Alicia?
Yes, Alice here. Excuse me. For some reason, those names
That's
keep
all right.
blending in my head. I'm tired. I slept like shit. All right. Anyways, the light kind of washes over Neothil, and after a moment, your hangover fades away. Your impossibly dry mouth and throat, well, still dry, are no longer filling you with an indescribable sense of agony. And you feel purpose in your life once again.
And I'm good. I say as Nia hops up to her feet again. Hi, Alicia, let's go. And she
Wonderful.
walks out the room, down the stairs, and straight off to adventure.
Yeah. Just promise me you could at least stay one day off the drink.
My mother never told me to lie.
Wow. Okay. Anyways, so y'all head downstairs after that, I take it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
I suppose just to look on the bright side, it's good she doesn't lie.
Well, heading
I'm
back-
fully capable of lying, technically. It's just when I want to.
Oh, damn.
Well, anyways, you all head downstairs, and you see Rockets let herself inside and is sitting in a corner preening her feathers, and Thanatos, not waiting up on you, is taking a seat at the bar and is currently sipping what just looks like a regular cup of water. It's too early for whiskey.
He goes up to the bartender. What's his name again? Just so you can remind me.
Levayan.
Okay. Hey, Levan, some water, please, if it's not too.
You kind of cut out there for a sec.
Yeah.
Hey, Levan, it's just some water, please, if it's not too much to ask.
He nods, slides you a glass. Here you are. Sleep well.
I don't remember.
Fair enough. You should get
Good morning, Rocket. Oh, sorry.
you should get wasted like that more often. It's a sight to behold.
Oh, well, my sisters would agree, though. I say seeing Rania is more entertaining, but that's something we can argue about later.
I keep hearing about these sisters of yours, and I keep wanting to know more. But
Let's just say they are a terrible influence.
I will take your word for it.
So does that make out that you're the good one of them?
Who said there were any
Oh.
good ones?
I retract my statement. Anyhow, well, I went to go up to talk to Rocket. Morning, Rocket.
Morning.
Come in from the cold, I see.
Yep.
Well, it's a good thing you're not out there, from the looks of it. I wonder if I could look around, find some blankets in town, if there's any left.
So, what's the word, Levain? Anything interesting while I was indulging?
No, not really. Nothing yet, anyway, but... This is a city under quarantine with a giant plague ravaging half of it, so who knows? I mean, I'm not really in the loop about the goings-on in the castle like you lot are, so if any updates have been had, I have not been notified.
I guess we'll just have to find out ourselves after we're finished here.
I'm just grateful that they're not too frequent, these cultists. Although saying that, you never know what they could be plotting next.
Are you saying that we haven't had a day here where we haven't fought them yet?
Except for yesterday,
Well-
Thanatos points out.
Well, I was fighting something else then.
What an occultist. Sips his water, kind of a smug look in his eye.
You. Shush.
All I'm saying is I'm grateful that we didn't wake up to the buggers.
As if on
Like
cue.
Again.
Oh no!
I barely resisted a face desk, just so you know.
Yeah, as if on cue. The door to the inn swings open pretty much as soon as you utter those words, and in walks one of the guards. You've seen him up at the palace once or twice. Looks to be one of the ones who's not a volunteer, one who, like, actually works at this and is professional, coordinated, knows what he's doing, well-trained. His eyes sort of scan the room, and he soon picks you all out and kind of waves and gestures for you to come over.
I just slowly turn to glare at Alicia. This is your fault.
Levain raises an eyebrow.
And again, fate spires against us all.
Levain just chuckles.
Alright.
Well, duty calls. Don't let me keep you.
Alright, let's just get this over with. What's exploded now?
The guard
I just hope. Sorry.
The guard kind of tilts his head at that question. Well, nothing's exploded. The captain wants...
It's a metaphorical explosion.
I'll take your word for it. Anyways, the captain wants to talk with you up in the palace. Something's come up.
Well, as long as I'm not being chewed to death, I'm happy to help.
Come up when you're ready. And with that, he turns and steps right back out.
Nice sound effects.
I need to do more of those because I can't use hand gestures here.
Well, I've had my water. Alicia's spell is working wonders. The rest of you ready? Because I'm ready to go when you are.
Yeah, I'm pretty much ready to go. What about you two?
Thanatos,
Okay.
Thanatos grunts and throws back his drink. All right, let's go. Stands up, joins you all by the door.
Coming, Rocket?
All right. You step out of the Whiskers corner and out into the chilly winter air, and pretty much as soon as you do, there's another gust and some snow flurries past you. Whoosh. Kind of makes.
Wow, this is lovely weather out here today. I wonder if this would make the virus worse or less so. I've heard cold doesn't really do well for diseases.
Please, don't say that. I don't think I brought enough.
You're the doctor
Files,
here,
we-
not me. I just get patched up every time I get shot.
Well, in theory, that should not how it be spread, but again, I do not know how this plague actually works. All I know is how to cure it, or, I suppose, confront it.
Yeah,
In
you
this
don't.
case-
Yeah. You guys don't know how to cure it. You know how to kill the people who survived it
Yeah.
because they become madmen.
Yep.
If nothing else, it looks quite pretty. She says as she playfully grabs a bit of snow, makes a small ball, and just lobs it haphazardly towards Alicia.
There's not enough to do that. It's not sticking. You've got snow falling, but it's not like accumulating.
I am disappointed.
A
few more days.
I would have
Alright, she attempts to do so, but can't grab enough, and then just like,
Yeah,
shrugs and
as soon as
tosses
it lands in your hand, it's like, it just melts. So, like, you've got kind of damp hands, and I was like, drip.
This kind of reminds me of a time where, when I was a small child, I had a snowball fight with a friend. My sister acted as bodyguard and fake sacrificed herself for me. I actually thought she did it being a child.
That's adorable.
Yep.
And a direct scene rip from Soaring.
Yep.
Usually
Except-
I love this. Usually I love snow, except when you're in the middle of a city that's half, well, corrupted by plague.
Silver linings, Alicia. Silver linings.
Or, just white linings in this case, because snow doesn't reflect light like silver does, but semantics.
But but hopefully it shouldn't get too heavy, because if it does, it's going to be a lot harder for us to fight. Just
What about you,
further out there.
Rocket? You like the snow?
Yeah. I'm indifferent.
Well, fair enough.
All right. Well, after a bit more walking through the streets, you eventually come upon the palace, and it looks like activity there is about the same as last time, kind of calm. The guards are attentive, but, like, not in any kind of rush or anything. Things seem to be pretty calm for the moment. Step inside, and soon enough you find yourself being ushered into the throne room again. You see that the table and map have been brought back out, and Vanar and I forgot his fucking name.
Lauren Kane?
Laren Kane, thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't sleep well. Yes, Vanar and
That's okay.
Vanar and Laren are there, kind of looking over the map, talking to each other. They look up as you enter. Vanar notably. Ah, there you are. Come on.
I sure hope you pay your redecorator a lot. This place seems to shift around every day.
I do most of that myself, he says before pointing at the map. Now then, I didn't call you here to discuss idle pleasantries. We've got a situation.
What is it this time?
Laren picks up at this point. Well, we're not 100% sure. That's part of why we called you. He points at the map, specifically at, if you'll scroll to the right of the map a little bit, towards the Warehouses and Docks Administration District. He points at that building right there. We've been getting since the efforts you've all put forward in driving the cultists back and earning us our reprieve yesterday, we thought it would probably be a good idea and marginally safer to send out a few scouting parties. Keep an eye on the situations outside. We did so, and they pretty much all came back reporting that the cultists seem to have withdrawn into hiding holes and are licking their wounds, like we thought. But we've been seeing a lot of increased cultist activity around this specific building, and we know it's cultists and not just infected people because, well, Vanar, because they're organized. They're moving around quick, they're moving around efficiently, and they're armed. And also, people who have been infected tend to have specific signs if they survive. Scar tissue and the like. And these people all carried that. The cultists are up to something in that warehouse. We don't know what. Might be a good idea to check it out.
Could you give us a good idea on how many there are? Would you say?
Well, when my scouts went by that mansion, they said somewhere in the vicinity of 4 or 5 were what they'd noticed. There might be more. It's possible there are less.
It's a mansion.
It might have been just a visitation. It's hard to know for sure, but take every precaution you think is necessary.
Oh boy.
Look, I know
Let's just hope we don't have to bash this door down like we did the last one.
Thanatos nods. Yeah, that wasn't fun. Laren
Oh.
chooses this moment to add in. Look, I know we've been asking a lot of you recently. But truth be told, you've proven yourselves to be very capable, and we have very few other options. You can't handle this, right?
No matter how many cultists, we'll find a way to prevail.
We
That's
would be
a
dead if we
promise.
couldn't handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Well.
Because that would be the only way to stop us, is death.
All right, well, good luck.
Thanks.
Thanatos gets a
We may
frown.
need it.
Thanatos gets a frown on his face and then turns to the rest of you. Actually, I think I'm gonna stay here.
Hmm?
Explain
What?
In case something goes wrong for any reason, these guys might need some additional help. I just think it might be a good idea to keep one of us back here to keep watch, that's all. Besides, I've still got
It
some
certainly makes a change of
Besides, I've still got some stuff going on in my head I need to sort out. I won't be as effective in a fight as I am right now.
I see.
Yeah.
You can
Okay.
still talk whenever you need to, you know.
When I'm ready.
Take care, Thanatos.
You too.
And
Kick their asses for me. Eh.
I'll make sure
intend
we
to.
make double.
Alright.
Alright, it's just us two then. Asia, Rocket, are you both good to go to this mansion?
Of course.
Alright. So, what's our plan for when we get here?
I say we have to be very cautious. After all, we do not know exactly how many there are. If we can try to keep it quiet and try to sneak in to find out what they're planning, or at least how many there are, maybe we might have a chance to catch them by surprise.
I'd
If
agree. Watch
but-
those servos, Rockets, as we're trying to enter. They tend to clang.
Yes. Regardless, if we stay together, we should make it out together, theoretically.
And if all goes wrong, well, we do what we've done to every other cultist we've met so far. I'll shoot them, you cast your magic, and then Rocket does what she does.
Squeesh!
Yep.
Think we're good to go?
But
Alright, you guys heading out?
Yep.
Alright.
yep, we are.
Alright. Well. Okay. They set out from the palace, leaving Thanatos behind to help keep things under control in case something comes up while you're gone. You make your way back to the two squares, you're let through the barricade. Same general ideas when you were passing through the Chimeran Twin Gates to follow the caravan, or the wagons, rather. You gotta make sure you can prove you're not infected when you get back. But either way. Excuse me. So, you pass through the barricade, and you are officially back at the infected parts of the city. How do you wish to proceed?
Can I
Can I
roll awareness
roll
just to
awareness?
see?
Oh.
Yeah, roll for awareness just to see if there's anything waiting for us.
I
Yeah,
was just going to do that too.
yeah, sure, roll awareness.
Jinx.
You want to join us in on this, Lumina?
We might find some clues.
Blues Clues.
Who's clues? Doctor Who's clues.
Duh. Oh, D. Rather. Do it. Shit.
10, alright.
And then I need to do me /R.
Yes, don't forget that slash, and make sure it's the right type of slash.
/.
Yeah.
9.
And 14.
Oh!
Rocket! You putting that with cybernetic eye to good use.
Epic!
Alright,
Cyber eye to the win.
Alright, well, looking around, just taking a quick survey of your surroundings, you're at the start of that bridge that you had crossed initially when following a Tam into the two squares the first time through. Doesn't seem to be any big issues right now. It's just the bridge and the water flowing underneath it. You're not seeing anyone.
Cool. So far, so good.
Shall we continue following along to the mansion then?
Yep, but keep an eye out still. These streets are perfect for an ambush.
Alistair's observation is not all that inaccurate as you begin to make your way along. What route specifically do you all want to take?
Which building was it again, if you can ping it?
I'll go ahead and just set the...
Oh, it's over there.
I say we should. Well, I say we should follow the river side.
All right.
Like,
Stay
around
away
here.
from.
The streets themselves. As you said, streets are good for an ambush. We're
Yep.
here. There's only one direction they could come from.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Best to take the safe route than the insane route.
Well, you begin to steadily work your way along the sort of road that drops off into the river on your left and is framed by buildings on the right. Snow's getting a little heavier as you're carrying on. Visibility isn't being limited by it yet, but it is making. But there is a more intense breeze is steadily starting to pick up. So,
How are you holding in there, Rocket? Ugh.
I'm holding up all right.
Good.
Rocket has feathers. We don't. We have skin.
all right.
Yeah,
So,
but they get wet.
indeed. Give me just a second. I gotta do something over here.
Mm-hmm.
Just a second. I gotta set up. So as you are making your way towards this mansion, it eventually comes into sight, and it is it's sizable as you're approaching. You can tell that straight away. It's not small.
I do not like the looks of this.
This is a large place to search and a large place to hold a lot of bad guys.
Hmm.
Indeed. By and large, it's a wooden structure. It looks like, as far as mansions go, like it's definitely for the higher class of Marasu, but as far as like other higher class places you've been, like notably Alistair and Ni, both of you hailing from the capitals of your respective nations, it's still kind of lower tier for what you'd expect, partially because it's wood and partially just the Mithran architectural style being kind of haphazard and freeform and loose compared to the more grandiose, artistic, and structured constructs that you're used to.
As big as this place is, it doesn't exactly match my family's home. Or my sister's. She's a bit more loaded than I am.
That may be true, but we might be walking in to the main headquarters in the city. Just keep that in mind.
This is the part we're going to be attacked by zombie dogs, split up and put inside and chased by a tyrant.
No, you need a police station for that.
Not if it's the first game.
Anyways, if everyone could roll me awareness checks as you are approaching.
Of
Alright.
course. Good old slash wall time.
12. 9. And
7. Oh, I'm sucking at these walls today.
Well, it's not a particularly hard check. You only needed like a 5 for this one. It's pretty easy.
Oh.
As you're all looking ahead and approaching this mansion, you notice, if you'll give me just one more second here to make one last adjustment to a thing, you spot 3 cultists kind of standing around outside. And I suppose I should mention, there is a stone wall, like I'd say about 10 feet high, with another 5 feet or so of black iron kind of spike fencing on top of it, kind of preventing immediate access. Climbing over it would be challenging. But yeah, you see 3 cultists. They don't seem to have noticed you yet. They're just kind of chattering amongst each other.
alright. Can I check the wall to our right? See if there's any weaknesses a way over.
Roll me awareness.
See if you can do a stealth mission. Just not here.
Could I listen in what they're saying?
We'll get to that in a second. Neothel, looking at the wall, you get the feeling that this mansion has been abandoned for a while, but not long enough for the masonry of the stone wall to suffer any significant erosion or damage. And it looks pretty finely built, so you're not seeing any ways you could easily or quietly crawl over unless you really got lucky with a roll.
Ah,
I say back to them after doing my. This seems pretty sturdy. We're not getting through unless we shove rocket in, but I think that might be a bit loud.
yes. I say we have to be quiet. They could have this whole place on lockdown. I'm
Alicia,
also
can you
curious
hear
what
what
they're
they're
saying.
saying? Yes.
Hmm. I suppose I have a listen. As close as I can. I don't want them to spot me.
All right. Roll me a stealth check, I believe it's called on the character sheet.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm pulling it
Oh,
up.
phew. I have a bonus of 2. Thank goodness.
Nice.
That hopefully should be enough. Let's see. Oh boy. +2. Check is right. And whoa. Oh. That's pretty alright, I think.
Yeah, you're moving pretty silently. They don't seem to have noticed you. They're just kind of.
Phew.
All right. And as you get a bit closer to listen in, the conversation sounds something along the lines of, "Why are they having us guard this old place? There's nothing here for us." "No, but it is larger than our current hideout. Maybe we should make the move. Maybe that's why they're having us guard it, so we can lock it down. Plus, it's closer to all those people who haven't accepted things yet. Gives us a better access point." The conversation kind of stops there and then kind of wanders back over.
So this isn't their main headquarters.
Nope, but they're definitely plotting a move of such.
Maybe this is a place they're looking for new headquarters, or maybe there's another reason their bosses have put them here.
Or it
Still,
could be just an it could be just an outpost, maybe even.
Sounds like they didn't know why they were even here, so definitely something secretive. Any ideas you have, Rocket, on how to get in?
There has to be another way through. I mean, sure, even if we could take them, that would be just raising an alarm. We need to think of another way through.
So, that's my question towards Rocket. You have any ideas, Lumina?
Nope.
Nope.
We can't scale the wall.
I have 2 ideas. Either A, we can maybe throw something, get their attention on the other side and sneak past, or B, we just ambush them now, because I am quite good at ambushing. Part of my training.
Yes, but even if we do that, you're going to be able to take out one. What about the other 2? Then a pretty good formation.
Well, there are 3 of us, 3 of them. Also, out of curiosity to our DM, as part of Fundaments, I know throw stone is more like throwing stone at people, but could it be used just to generally throw a stone for distraction purposes?
Give me a moment here to look at what the text of Throwstone is in a thing that I typed up here. Let's see here. Fundaments.
I should have.
Here it is. Okay. Throwstone. The character hurls a small rock at one enemy, hoping to get their attention for a moment or deal 1d6 points of damage, ignoring armor and other types of damage reduction once per combat. The enemy is stunned if they are susceptible to the ailment, but the targeted creature is able to land critical hits on rolls of 10 to 20 instead of just 12. So really, you wouldn't be using a throw stone for that. You just pick up a rock and throw that without needing to rely on the throw stone skill.
Alright, what do you guys think? Should we try and sneak by, or should we just gank them?
I think it might be wise if we try to sneak by. If not, it results in conflict.
The only issue is if we enter conflict after they've seen us and we lose the element of surprise. What do you think, Rocket?
Could disguise ourselves.
Well, it would be kind of hard to disguise you.
Yes. I was thinking of disguises, but then what about Rocket? Unless one of us distracts us, or one of them distracts them, while the other two try to take out two of the guards, and then whoever's distracting takes out the last
I'd
one.
say it honestly is too much of a risk. It would be
But
easier
it's
just
too
to just to do one of the two options I've mentioned, either sneak straight by or attack. So
I say we try to sneak by first, and if we do get spotted, then I guess we have to fight.
Alright, that's a vote for sneaking. Rocket, what's your vote?
I got sneak.
Sneaking it is.
Mhm.
Prepare to get by as quietly as you can. I pick up a stone, I'm gonna chuck it all the way, like,
Can you ping
over
it
this
over?
end.
Yep.
Just ping it over.
Yeah, in the bushes. Yes.
All right.
Yes. Look into the other bushes.
All right. Give me just a moment here. All right. So you chuck the stone. It flies over, thumps into the grass.
You have to roll for it.
Let's see here. There is something I am going to need you to roll for this. Just trying to find its name on the list. I'm still used to 5th edition D&D names, so
I see.
you know what? Actually, okay. Let's do it this way. Roll me a finesse check. I'll just kind of roll a general finesse check for them as a contested roll.
Finesse. So it's 2d6 plus 3. Alright.
May this plan work.
If not, we just shoot them in the face, as usual.
And just hope they don't have any annoying archers on the other side.
God damn it.
Ah,
All right.
bugger.
So here's what happens. Neothil, you chuck the stone, it flies over, hits the ground. The cultists look over, and they see it still rolling along. And one of them kind of deduces from the angle of its rolling where it came from, and immediately looks over and sees you. It's them! And he quickly draws his sword, and we are going into combat.
I'm shooting them in the face.
Well,
I
so
knew
much
it.
for stealth.
I knew I should have used
For
ambush.
battle.
But no, you guys want to use stealth.
Oh, well. All right.
But try to keep at least one alive, so we may question him. We need to know more about this place.
All right. Well, combat begins. Party's turn. You don't have preemptive damage, so just, regular stuff. So,
Which one saw me?
this one.
Shooting him in the face.
Roll an attack.
I would have thought you want to
So,
shoot the one
this is-
behind him, but alright.
So I'm trying to remember because it's been a couple of weeks. It was 2d6 plus accuracy.
Yes. And you have to beat his
2d6.
avoidance.
Dash. Roll 2d6 plus 3. Why couldn't I have had that alive?
That'll hit. Roll damage.
So damage
Oh,
is
so
2d6 plus 9.
Also, I see
16.
Also, I see Rocket.
Oh!
I also see Rocket rolled an attack roll, right? That 14 there.
No, that was stealth.
Ah. Well, it doesn't matter now. They know you're there. All right. How do Alistair and Rocket want to proceed with their turn?
I was gonna take out. But actually, how much damage did this guy take? Or is he there?
This guy here.
Yeah.
Neothil's crossbow bolt goes shooting through the air from her crossbow, flies over, and kind of punctures him right in the hip. He jerks back. Ah! Damn it!
You should have just taken the stone, buddy.
How much HP would it be on?
You don't know.
Ah,
You
bugger.
kind of have to gauge their HP by what I tell you. And right now, he seems like he's in pain, but he's still good to go.
So I'm gonna go and confront him. What about you, Rocket? Do you want to take on the other one? Or if you can?
Okay.
I'd say let's focus on this one and this one first, and
Well,
once
I have
they're
got the-
gone, this one can be captured.
well, remember how much damage my holy staff could do. I might be able to take that one out. So let's see how this turns out. I'm gonna try to take him out.
All right, roll an attack.
Yep. Because then that's one less cultist to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
You roll accuracy first, right?
Yeah, accuracy.
It's just yeah.
What-
2d6s.
Mhm.
Actually,
Plus
do I need to roll anything else with that?
plus your
plus X.
accuracy.
Yep. That's how long it's bloody been. Oh boy. Anywho.
ACC.
ACC. Oh. Only one. One might be enough.
Just roll good.
Yep, that'll hit. Do damage.
Well, good. That's Rocket.
Oh, yeah.
That's me.
Oh, well,
Fine.
okay. Rocket rolled 12. You rolled 5. Don't do it. Let's get to Rocket first because she rolled first. Which one are you attacking? This one or this one?
The one that's closest.
All right, so you're
Oh,
attacking.
thank
the first
goodness.
So you're all ganging up on this poor son of a bitch. All right. Okay, Rocket, roll damage.
I guess I'm the distraction for this cultist.
But
But he's laughing at me.
he's in too much pain to laugh.
Ooh.
Well, I missed, technically.
All right, so Rocket comes charging forward as this Alistair, but because she's a chocobo, she's significantly faster. She brings up her mechanical leg and just plows it into this guy's chest, forcing him back against the wall with the sound of breaking ribs. Some blood flies out of his mouth. He thumps against the wall really hard. Kind of looks over as Alistair's coming up and ducks just in time to avoid the staff smacking against where his face had been. Just avoided a caved-in face. And now it's his turn. And he is going to, let's see here. He is going to attempt to shove Rocket.
Oh.
Let's see here. So,
He's retaliating.
yes, he is. Rocket, what's your avoidance?
Let's see here.
I know.
Looks like 11.
He hits then.
I did get some armor last time.
That usually increases that usually
But
would increase
that's
armor
just
and magic
so-
armor, not avoidance. Let
Yeah.
me see here. I got your character sheet hanging out in here somewhere. I think. No, wait. I have Hades and Tom's, not yours. Okay. Either way, you got hit. So, subtract your armor from 9.
So
I appreciate you taking it on, Rocket, but watch out for me. Oh, that was terrifying.
Hang on a minute here. Still got to tell me what her armor stat is, so we can determine how much damage she took.
I know.
12. I was pushing the wrong button.
Oh.
It was what again? 12?
Yep.
Okay, you don't take any damage, but I do need you to.
Yes,
but
the
I-
armor works.
But I do need you to make a force check.
yeah, armor's worth 4. I mean 12. Mine's only worth 4.
Well, she's
Well,
wearing
it did spend.
she's wearing heavy armor, which is good against melee damage, and she upgraded. So
Fair enough.
Yes, which I spend most of me guild on it.
okay, your force roll was 9. No, wait, hold on. Okay, yeah, go ahead, roll force. Got to beat 9, rather. Oh, okay.
Crit.
Oh!
So, here's what happens. The cultist,
Ish.
the cultist,
Bushmutt.
the cultist kind of ducked underneath Alistair's swing and went to tackle Rocket to try and push her back into the water, but his shoulder just kind of off of her arm. It's like, ah!
Fuck.
And it did absolutely nothing. His buddy over here is going to run over, lift his sword, and try to clobber Rocket with it. Let's see here.
Guild well spent.
I'm pretty sure that does not hit. Because your armor is 11, yes? Or your avoidance?
Yeah.
All right. So you kind of see him charging forward with the sword after this other guy tried and failed to shove you. You kind of just casually push the first guy back into the wall with your leg, and then kind of turn so that part of your barding catches the sword so it just scrapes harmlessly off of your armor. Just and I just hit my head on my bedside table.
Ouch.
Oh, my poor wrist. Anyways.
Ow.
Yep.
I did that.
Yep. This guy over here, the third one, is, let's see here. He's going to kind of come over here and start running this way. But he's not directly
trying to flank us.
But he's not.
He's trying to come for me.
And he's not directly engaging either of you two at the moment. Back to the party.
I'll let him come for me because he's the one we wanted to disarm anyway. So we'll focus on him when he gets to me. I'll punch him in the face. I'm gonna just finish off this twat.
All right, roll your attack.
All right then. But I was gonna say we're gonna take out this one, and I try to stop this guy.
Well, we're taking out this guy and this guy, then we'll disable this guy.
Well, let's see what your shot does. I'm gonna see what this. I'm gonna see. What...
So accuracy is a +3.
Please don't shoot me.
And we need a crit fail for that. 7.
Let me double check his avoidance. Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Oh. Come on, be good, be good, be good. Shoot good.
Don't jinx me, Darkness.
Bear in mind, you guys are all level 2, and you're fighting level 1 enemies right now.
Deep breath
17.
and good deep breath.
All right, so
I know how to shoot people, Asya.
All right, so here's what happens. You quickly reload your crossbow, fire. It zooms across and it hits the guy right in the side of the head, and he just flattens out. Just
as I was saying.
I laugh if Rocket could kick that guy by the river in the river. Is that is the river? Yeah.
Yeah, that's water back there.
I laugh if she kicks him in the river.
Well, you two want to make some kind of teamwork attack to try and make that happen? That's a thing you guys have not been doing.
You want to team up on him?
Okay.
All right. So, in this particular instance, we just real quickly double check. All right, so go ahead and roll accuracy checks for your teamwork attack. Both of you need to have at least one matching number in your 2d6 roll for it to hit.
Oh.
Yeah. But if it hits, it'll do, for one thing, it'll do like additional damage. It'll knock the guy back. And enemies who are like in the case of, you know, and if they were like using a slow action, they would be interrupted without fail. So like if they're casting a spell and you successfully landed a teamwork attack, their spell would be interrupted. And there'll be a short, and there'll be a short range knockback with these, we'll say. So go ahead and roll your attack rolls, people. Accuracy.
Right, +1 for accuracy. Here I go. Oh!
And both of you had 3s in your rolls, and you both rolled higher than this guy's avoidance. You both hit.
We both of us have got... Oh, nice!
So both of you rolled damage.
Yes! Oh my god, are we actually doing this? God, I do not worship. Is this actually happening?
Oh, he can swim.
He'd be swimming with the fishes.
He's in the river, of course.
And then sleeping with the fishes, because hopefully...
Alright, so... Rocket's got 17 damage.
Oh yeah, plus my damage, which is nearly forgot. And go. Oh!
Nice.
Matching pair.
Oh, you guys
Snap.
are just fucking in sync. All right. So, you both kind of see this guy trying to run by, and you're both at the same time like, nuh-uh. You kind of give each other a knowing look, and you both spring forward. Alistair comes up first to kind of bar the guy's path, swings his staff around, and just decks him in the chest with a loud dong. He stumbles back, and then as he's staggering back from that, Rocket comes rushing forward, lifts up her organic leg, kicks him in the shoulder, and you hear a sickening snap, and he goes just flying over the edge with the loud scream. Sploosh. Now he's not
What
dead.
works?
Now he's not dead, but he is very hurt, and now he's in the water. So
Well, he's in the water with Smash. Yeah, he's gonna drown.
Yep. What
All right.
works? Teamwork.
anyway, so
Also, I
that...
think didn't you knock the wrong guy in as well? Wasn't it the other guy? Yeah.
Yeah, just reprioritize who you're gonna capture.
Well, that one was sneaking around, so yeah. Plus, it was great in sync.
Yeah, nicely done.
Alright,
That's the wonder of
I'll
teamwork
go to the
attacks.
next one.
All right. Well, let's see here. This guy down here. Let's see. I'm gonna have him roll a force check to see if he can hold his breath. Assuming.
I'd laugh if he didn't.
I mean,
It goes
he's
down
got
like
broken
Sonic.
ribs. Swimming's going to be very hard.
It'd be like Sonic.
Well, that's terrifying music.
Yep.
Okay.
God, that is the darkest moment ever in a scene in a Sonic game, in my opinion.
No, he's not holding his breath, so he's just gonna.
Yep.
So he's
For
gonna.
those of us who can see our Discord chat, I point you back towards it. F all the way.
F. All right. So yeah, he takes 2d6 points of damage. All right. And this guy here is gonna look at all this chaos, and gonna make a finesse check. And yeah, he's gonna start heading for the gate.
Can I shoot him in the leg?
Well, I mean, he reaches the gate and starts trying to like fiddle with like a big padlock on it, and then it's your guys' turn again.
I'm going to shoot directly in the kneecap.
You're gonna shoot him in
Yeah,
the...
we want him alive so we can get some information from him.
Well, he's going to be alive. He's just not going to have to go anywhere.
All right.
Exactly.
All right, roll accuracy.
2d6.
Please don't do a pun.
13.
Roll damage.
Woo! Come on!
16.
All right.
Oops.
All right, so you fire off a shot, and as you wanted, you kind of shit him in the knee. Ah! He keeps working on that lock, though. He's furiously focusing on it. Alice or Rocket, what do you wish to do?
I would suggest our character. He's got a shared kneecap, so he's only going to crawl anywhere. So just drag him away from it and disarm him.
Yep, that's what I was going to do.
You're trying to disarm him?
Yeah, as I say, if you Darkness, if you can disarm him, then Lumina, if you can just have Rocket
Yes.
sit on him.
Definitely. That's what I was thinking. I disarm him, and then just before I tried to move, great big foot on him. And an angry-looking chocobo looking down.
All right, give me a second. I'm trying to find the section here, because there's actually specific rules on disarming.
Yes.
Here we are. Okay. All right, so make an opposed force or finesse check, whichever you prefer for this, to try and disarm him.
Okay, they're both free, so it doesn't matter either way.
All right.
Please disarm. This would be perfect. Alasaya decides to be merciful for once, so do this.
Well, we're not being merciful for mercy's sake. We need info.
Hmm. Well,
I
usually he
think we-
goes in a blind of rage and kills. But this
Well,
time
already
he's
that-
pressing back his anger.
I still find it amazing that our paladin is the one with the anger issues.
Yeah.
I mean,
10.
when Nee's not seeing people in her dreams, anyway.
All right. Well, that's just what you needed. He rolled 10. You
Yes!
rolled 10. You're the attacker here, so you got him. You come in. You swing your stick. Boom! He tries to block with the sword, but he's still reeling from getting his leg shot, and he's still trying to fiddle with the locks. He only has one hand on his blade. You crack him right in the knuckles, and it's like, ah! His sword goes spiraling off over here somewhere, clatters along to the ground. Ding, ling, ling, ling.
Rocket. Sit.
Rocket, pin him.
Sit. He's not an animal. Well, I mean, she's a person, damn it. Not a dog. But all right.
Right. This is how it's going to work. You're going to cooperate and tell us what we want to know.
We haven't... Lumina needs to roll, don't you?
Yeah, this will be a force check to see if she can successfully get him down onto his ass.
So hold off there, Darkness.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so he rolled a little higher than you. You come forward and you try to get him onto the ground, but he's like, shit, no! And kind of scrambles away, kind of inches his way over here. It's back to his turn. He's going to make a beeline for his sword over here and scoop it back up and turn around.
I mean,
to face you.
how was he making a beeline? Didn't I shoot him in the kneecap?
Yeah, his movement speed is halved, but it didn't
He's
land
crawling.
that far away.
Mm.
It's like
He's crawling to his sword.
Well, more like he's like
Shoot him
limping.
in the hand.
Well, more like he's limping a lot. Like he reaches over to use the standard action to grab it, turns to face you guys again. That's his turn. Back to you guys.
I accept it, though. I will say, as someone whose experience was like to not have a kneecap in its proper place, you cannot or limp because you're literally your knees locked in like a bent position. Your legs locked in a bent position.
Adrenaline can do wonderful things. Also, I need
Not
to...
open your leg that's physically locked, but fine, whatever.
All right, and also this cultist over here is dead, by the way. And I mean, like the adrenaline is giving him the power to walk. And I mean, yeah, the adrenaline is letting him walk with his other leg.
He's hopping.
Pretty much, yeah. He's hopping. He hopped over, bent over like an L to pick up his sword, and spun back around to face you guys.
Did you disarm him, knee?
Good
Shot.
Can I shoot him in the other knee?
Make an attack roll.
Okay. That's not disarming, but still, it weakens.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I'm over here, so I'd have to shoot him like in the hand or whatever. Shoot him in the knee. You're closer. You can just whack him with a stick again. At worst, we have a massive cyborg chocobo who can kick him in the nuts.
You cheeky bugger!
Kneecaps. No, he really won't be able to go anywhere. Fifth.
Disarm you
Oh.
again, if I must.
Okay.
I crit it.
Okay. Roll damage and multiply the result by 2.
So 2d6 plus 9. Can I just put x2 in here? Or
Asterisk 2, I believe.
asterisk 2. 21.
Yeah, all right.
Did I accidentally kill him?
I will do it. Please don't.
It doesn't kill him.
Be aiming for his leg.
Yeah, you shoot at his other knee, it hits, and, your aim was spot on, and it just hits, and, like, his kneecap just explodes, like, and he collapses. I'll go ahead and say, for this sake, that he's at 12 hit points now, but because you broke both of his fucking legs, he might as well be under the effect of paralyze as far as mobility goes, and as such, he can't dodge anymore, he can't move, he is completely immobilized, and he is throwing down his sword, just... So.
I'm just gonna storm over from behind the bushes, kick the sword far away into the water, preferably.
All right, yep.
And then hold him by the collar, just roughly pick him up.
He is terrified.
We didn't have to come to this, but you left us no choice.
Should have, as I said earlier, should have taken the stone, buddy. But now as it is, in this position, let's answer some questions, shall we?
Yes. The more cooperate, the less painful it will be for you.
His eyes briefly dart down to his shattered knees, but he doesn't say anything.
Knee sharing a knee. Hey.
Fucking puns.
Mm-mm.
Yes, I knew it was coming. Anyway,
Alright, so I say to him, what are you guarding here? Why did your bosses send you to this mansion?
I honestly don't know. I'm not high enough on the food chain. All I was told was to guard this place and help the others sweep it out.
Well, what can you tell us?
That this mansion's fucking weird.
how
Weird.
weird.
There's a really weird statue in the front foyer, and it's been abandoned for years. One thing.
Statue, what of?
Woman with a bowl at her feet, a cryptic plaque.
How many of your buddies are inside?
We were all that were here.
Are you
Really?
being honest with us?
I'm being totally honest. At this point, I have nothing to lose. I have nothing to gain from lying.
Well, just
since you were fiddling at the lock, may we have the key you are holding?
Kind of looks down like he dropped it when his knees broke. So he's like, it's there on the ground.
Ah, good. That makes
Rocket,
it-
mind doing the honors while we finish talking to this fine fellow?
Okay.
Although, should we show the kindness of our hearts and spare him, or put him out of his misery?
I don't know. What do you think, Mr. Cultist?
I don't want to die.
Well then, I suppose you better get crawling. I drop him and just go to walk by the gate.
He thumps to the ground and immediately starts pulling himself away, leaving a little trail of blood as he goes. I gotta find a blood smear.
Sorry for not giving you any medical help. This is to say your buddies have caused enough damage as it is.
He's not listening. He's running.
As ethical it would have been to give him medical help, that would have meant he could run back to his fellows for reinforcements. This way, he'll either bleed out, or if he does get medical help, it'll take him some time. At least
So
you have a chance.
now we have a key. You press on.
Have you gotten the gate open, Rocket?
Yeah, she gets it open, no problem. Short order it. Kind of fiddle with the lock from it, and then it slowly swings open.
See if our cultist friend has been telling the truth or not.
Rocket, do you mind taking point? I'll keep in the back. I'll keep an eye out for anyone that might be lurking around in case our friend over there was lying. Alicia, can you stick with me?
Got
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Be careful, Rocket.
lead the way.
All right. Well, the front door of this mansion is relatively nicely made, and it's dusty. It's all clearly very old and hasn't been well maintained recently. It's definitely living up to its reputation as an abandoned place. But you open the door and you step inside, and shafts of sunlight are still making their way through the windows that sort of pepper the front of the building. And as you step into the front lobby, you see it is indeed a large wooden lobby. There's a large blue rug decorating the center of the room. There are 4 little tables with decorative potted plants resting on them. And in the center of it all, just like the cultist outside said, there is a large and unusual statue of a female figure with 2 unusual wings, one of them bat-like, the other one feathery.
Hang on, where is this?
It's a black screen.
Well, because
Yep.
you need to scroll
Can't see
down, you need
anything.
to scroll down to
There
the
it
bottom
is.
center.
I scroll.
Ah, there we are.
Bottom center of the
It's the actual
Let me
game.
sort this out.
I made this map in RPG Maker for this
Give me
very
a-
purpose.
There we go. I see. Oh, that's nice.
All right. Rocket, you go check out the statue, see what the cultist was talking about, a cryptic message. I'll check left and see if there's anything interesting. Alistair, you check right.
All right.
I was just going to say, check the right.
All right. Looking down the right, you see just what appears to be just a relatively regular hallway. There are 2 doorways, both locked, kind of on the left side of the hall from you. Neothil, for the right, it's a similar deal. Except the doors are on the right, except instead of the left for you.
Rocket, what do you see?
Looking at the statue, it is very unusual indeed. As I was saying before, one of the wings is leathery, bat-like, the other is feathery. The woman's hair is kind of flared out a bit as if by some sort of wind. It's kind of poofy a bit, unkempt, kind of messy. Some weird horns kind of stick up from her head, one of them spiraling gracefully, the other a bit more jagged and curved. She's wearing these very not disproportionate, but inconsistent robes. It's like she's trying to be graceful and majestic and beautiful, but at the same time, like she's trying to be intimidating, imposing, and almost vicious at the same time. At the base of the statue, there is a large bull lined on the inside with shiny gold. And at the base of that, on the base of the statue itself, there is a plaque with something inscribed upon it. You wish to read it?
Yep.
Right, give me just a second here to...
Are you going to post it for her to read aloud, or are you going to read it?
Both. It reads as follows. If you wish for the way to become clear, then open your eyes and read close, my dear. 4 things I desire, 4 objects for you to find. I do hope the search is not too hard on your mind. Bring to me the tome of creatures new and old, of the steed of the mighty Odin the bold. Bestow upon me a glimpse of a new life, frozen forever, with innocence to end strife. Grant to me a bundle of the greenest greens, a grass fit only for the mouths of queens. A lock of mine own hair I wish returned to me, a deep and rich blue, bound in strands 3. Within my bowl place what you seek to find, and then gaze with an eye that cannot become blind. The way shall open, the path be unlocked. Step forth, and see what my makers did concoct.
Puzzles! Yay!
Wow. Great.
Walking back over to
Dang,
Rocket.
cryptic, whatsoever.
Walking back over to Rocket, since she's the one currently at it, I go, any idea what any of that means?
Well, the greens part might be castle greens.
So, grant to me a bundle of greenest greens, a grass fit to only queens. Didn't you have castle greens before? Have you eaten them?
I haven't eaten them.
Oh.
I'm curious whether that would work as a shortcut, or whether
Or
they would only
maybe it might be
accept, or if it's even right.
Seems a bit easy.
Yeah.
Let's have a search first for making assumptions.
All right.
As for everything else, let's have a look. So let's go in order. Bring me to the tome of creatures new and old, of the mighty steed, of the steed of the mighty Odin the bold. Words are hard.
I say we have a look around this place if we can to try to figure it out.
A tome, so a book. Bestow upon me a glimpse of a new life, frozen forever with innocence to end strife. How about that one?
For strife. Forgive me. I've never been much good on riddles. I have on medicines, but this...
What was that, Rocket?
Bestow upon me a glimpse of a new life, a child?
Unless they happen to have a child here. Unless there's a statue of a child.
Well, I saw 2
Keep an eye out for
doors down
something
where I'm from.
young, right? There were 2 doors in my way. And as for a lock of mine own hair, which returned to me, blue hair. So that's pretty self-explanatory. And that also I rhymed with the freaking poem. Oh god, it's infecting me.
Also, just in case you all missed it, there is also a 3rd hallway back here.
Can I quickly check to see what's down this hallway?
Yeah,
Or
sure.
maybe... what?
I'm just checking down there to see what I can see from here.
Looking down, you see it goes for a while before
my.
gradually fading into darkness. The lights of the shafts of light from the windows are fading away. You see doors only left and right.
Way I see it, 3 corridors, 3 of us. Each one of us want to check a corridor.
I take the right side.
I'll take left.
You want to take center, Rocket?
Okay.
Okay. Be careful, everyone. We don't know if this place is...
All right,
Which of us goes first?
Let's just go from left to right. So Neothil, we'll start with you.
I'm gonna first check obviously the first door, because it's a logical place to start.
It looks to be just a collection of a bunch of beds as you open the door. It's not locked. The beds are dusty and old and look to have been set upon by cloth moths at some point. Everything in here is covered in a fine layer of dust. It all smells really stale and old and not disturbed. The dim light from outside adds to the atmosphere of a place long abandoned. But
Can I get the room check over, like drawers beneath the beds, beneath pillows, everything?
make an awareness check.
Alright, dash roll 2d6 plus 4. 8.
Looking around, you don't find anything.
Moving on to the next room.
Well, second verse, same as the first. It seems to be more beds. Get the impression these were quarters of some description, and judging by the less than ideal quality of the beds, their kind of simple nature and the rudimentary nature of everything itself, you get the impression this was servants' quarters.
Awareness 13.
Again, the second verse, same as the first. There's not really anything in here of note. It's all pretty dusty, abandoned, and barren.
Oh, Lumina, balls in your court.
Okay.
Yep. As you're kind of stepping forward, the further you go, your cybernetic eye kind of adjusts a little bit to the dark. It's not perfect vision, but it's enough to see a little bit further than what the natural light would normally permit. And you see a set of stairs starting to advance upwards into a second story. And you are currently flanked on the left and right by closed wooden doors.
I should see if these open first.
That would be wise, because you...
Darkness, you're not with her.
Might be
You don't know
flanked.
what's going on.
Metagaming pigeon.
No, I know, but just
Hush, you're not there.
thinking it could be
Hush, you're not there. All right.
ambush.
So you're opening up the leftwood door?
Please don't be a trap.
All right. Opening it up, you see a large room lined with a bunch of beds and suits of armor set up. It looks like it was perhaps a barracks, given the sort of uniformity of the uniforms. You get maybe whoever lived here before had their own personal guards, and those guards slept here.
Phew.
Yeah, it looks like this is a rich person's house.
It's a mansion.
I swear, if I get trapped with a trap door and something happens, I'm not going to be happy.
All So, you want to roll awareness to look around a bit?
Yeah.
All right, roll it.
So far, so good. Nothing dangerous. Deep breaths.
Once again, Darkness, you don't know this. You don't know what she's doing.
This is a camp.
We'll get to you, Darkness. Just hold on to your butt.
Of course.
All right, so...
I'm always holding on.
Yeah. All right, so with a roll of 9, this is a pretty obvious thing. It stands out. You kind of look around for a little bit, and after a moment, something stands out against one of the mattresses. And you draw a little closer, and you see what looks to be 3 locks of blue hair wound together into braids. So you've got like 3 braids kind of wound together and kind of attached at a base point with like a little binding strap.
Huh.
It's covered in just as much dust as everything else, yet despite its apparent age, it looks fresh and healthy.
Alright, I take that.
All right. Nothing else in the room. Just suits of old armor that wouldn't even count as tier 1 and dust.
Okay, other room now?
Check.
What?
Oh.
Other room now?
Let's check with Darkness first so that he stops complaining.
Okay.
Yes.
I'd rather see where this goes.
All right.
Something
So move up to the first door you're opening. We'll unveil the room beyond. Dude, move your token.
Oh.
Where are you going? Yeah, thank you. All right. So,
Sorry.
looking into this room, it's much like I described with Neothil. Looks just like servants' quarters.
Phew. Okay, should I?
If you want to roll awareness, you can. It's up to you.
Okay, might as well check. Through the nicks and crannies. Don't be nothing nasty, please. And go. Okay,
Nothing of interest.
8. Moving on to the next one. Do
Doom, sure.
or not? I hope.
Yep, more servants' quarters.
Okay, check this one.
All right, cool.
And whoa.
Yeah, nothing of interest in here either. You are quite confident
Okay,
that
so
this...
far so good. Huh.
All right, so you, Neothil and Alistair have scanned the servants' quarters and not found anything of note. If you want, you can reconvene with Rocket in the hallway as she's heading over to the other side.
Does Lumina want to do anything herself first?
Question?
Well,
Check the other room.
All right.
We should.
Well, as you're stepping out of that
Yes, yeah.
hallway then and heading over for the other room, Alistair and Neothil kind of link up and start heading up towards you from the hallway.
Did you find anything, Nee?
Let's let Lumina do her thing first before we talk.
All right, well. All right, so opening up this door, it opens up into a large dining room, and there's a
Whoa.
lot of food set out. All of it is old. Like none of this would be healthy, would be safe to eat right now. There's
Oh, it looks so delightful.
yeah, I didn't have rotten food sprites though.
And
So
now I'm hungry again.
it's all dusty and cobwebby and gross.
Ugh. No, thank you.
Yeah, there is a door in back. You can only assume leads to a kitchen.
Should we meet up? Gonna press on.
That's kind of what I imagined was happening as Rocket was heading across the hall. I imagine Neothil and Alistair linked back up with her because they didn't find shit in their rooms.
Yeah.
All right.
We didn't. I didn't find anything. What about you two?
Got blue hair.
Well, that's a
Oh,
start. I didn't find
that's
anything either.
So, damn. We only done one clue. Oh, what a waste of food.
Anyway, lead the way, Rocket. Let's get inside and see if we can find the rest. Shall we all have a check around this room?
If you want.
Let's look around. I checked this side.
I've done the awareness roll.
All right. 13. You're not seeing anything that especially stands out. Neothil, you're not seeing anything that stands out.
I'm guessing there's nothing in here.
8.
Nope.
Third verse, same as
Okay.
the second and first.
Next
that-
room.
Opening up this
Next.
door, again, not locked, you discover, as you had sort of surmised a moment ago, a kitchen. There are a lot of barrels and crates, kind of a stove and a sink and some other stuff set off to one side. And there's an old cutting board set on the counter.
Should we roll for awareness?
I don't think you actually need to roll awareness for this. It's pretty obvious if you head over.
Oh, I'm.
Okay.
Heading over there to the spot, the board, you find there is an old, rusty, kind of spotty knife used for cutting up vegetables sitting there, and next to it is a bound bundle of geishel greens, the greenest geishel greens you have ever seen.
Well, Rocket, it seems like you were right. It was the Geishel greens.
Shall we take them?
You become
Well,
a poet.
if we take these and use these, then we still have yours to use however you wish.
Yeah. We should
Okay,
look
that's
around though.
2 down. What's
So we
left?
have the hair, we have Geishel greens. Now we need a tome of creatures old and new, so a book about creatures. Steeds Odin. The steed of the mighty Odin. Does anyone know what Odin's steed was?
Well,
Oh.
you can all roll lore checks.
Mighty steed.
Let's roll 2d6. 9.
Okay, I'm just checking. Plus. Actually, what law would it be?
Probably history.
Okay, let's check what I got.
Wait, I got a book last time, didn't I?
Nope. It's just 2d6 for me.
Was it like some beast book or something?
It was a book on the local wildlife of Marasu. It wouldn't really apply to Odin's steed.
Ah.
And Rocket, how much does our resident Chocobo know about fellow beasts of the land?
Let's see.
So 9, a 10, and a 6.
All right.
Guess
Well,
it's just me then.
yep. Alistair, you know a bit more about this than Neothil, but Neothil knows because this is something that's like taught in every school that has, in every place that has schools. Odin is one of the gods of Eno. Specifically, he is one of the only ones that is persistently materialized in the world. Out of all of the deities known to exist, he's the only one that a mortal actually stands a reasonable chance of encountering in their lifetime. He is most commonly known to wander around in a region that are named after him because he tends to prefer it there, a large open grassland referred to thematically as the Plains of Odin. From what little is known about the time before the mortal races cropped up on the world, back when it was just the gods, Odin initially had his own steed, a 6-legged horse, but through events unknown to mortals as of now, Odin's steed perished. However, he was granted a new one in the form of Ixion, a lightning-based unicorn who was a faithful companion and friend to the god of lightning, Ramu. And now, Odin wanders the land in the Plains of Odin atop the back of this new steed, this gift from a friend who is his only friend as the other gods have gone into slumber and vanished from the world, more or less, save for those fleeting interactions where their eidolons appear when a crystal is brought to bear.
I go, actually, now that I think about it, I believe we did learn something about this back when. A unicorn, I believe?
Yes. After the old steed has perished. But which one would it be? Would it be the old or the new?
I would assume the new, but it could be either, so just a 6-legged horse or a unicorn. Tell them about
either
either.
way, if we could claim both of them and put it in the idol, I mean, one of them should be one. Let's look about even further then.
But yeah, so we have that, and we also have the something to do with a new life, young. So keep an eye out for that. You both ready to move on?
Mm-hmm. Let's see what else lies in this mansion.
Go to the stairs.
There's only one way to go, but up now.
All right. as I said before, the light's kind of fading away, so Rocket kind of takes the lead, or Cybernetic Eye granting some visibility in the lowered light. Ascending the steps, they creak under your footfalls, and especially under Rocket's weight as you're ascending. As you reach the top of the stairs, you are greeted to quite an interesting sight. It is a very large chamber, or very large hallway, rather. You see on the left and right there are more staircases, but those have long since caved in. You wouldn't be able to ascend to those.
Damn.
There is a door directly in front of you, and to the left and right along the lower walls, there are two doorways that you can only imagine lead into smaller rooms, given how tightly compact things seem to be getting up here.
We splitting up again?
Yep, I go left, you go right this time. Want to go center, Rocket?
Go again?
Well, let's.
I will be honest, I was a bit booby trap, but maybe we might. But
all right. Well, let's go left
maybe.
to right again, like we did before, and just deal with Alistair first. You step into the room again. The door's not locked, and it just looks to be a regular storage room. There's a lot of barrels, a few crates and pots. Some of them are broken or moldy and caved in from a lack of maintenance or use. It smells like
pity pie. We're having a fit.
It smells like dust and mold and mildew, and it's very not great. It's very gross.
I'm gonna say this room's clear. Sort of. I ain't gonna stay in there too long.
All right.
Next.
All right, moving over to the next one.
He's still being a bit disgusting.
I mean, I don't want to disappoint you, but...
Again, I got the shit off.
You open the door, and it's more storage, except this one has a lot more stuff in it, and by extension, a lot more of it is in shitty repair. The stench is even stronger than in the last one, and you find yourself like flinching back and cringing involuntarily. It's a very rancid and not great odor.
Well then, I think it goes to Lumina.
Yep. Push open the door with your head, and it slowly swings open. It seems to be slightly heavier and reinforced and more ornate than the other doors in this place. Kind of slowly creaks as it opens.
I wish you luck.
Kind of reverberates a bit in the... Did you just call her your little shit?
No, mine was shit.
Oh.
I just came across stuff.
I was about to say, dude. Anyways.
No.
All right. So, stepping into this room, you see that it is filled with several rows upon rows of bookshelves, all stacked filled with all sorts of books. It is...
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Wait.
It is full.
Seems like someone's heaven.
Indeed.
I guess that was for awareness. Rocket.
Yep.
Okay then.
I mean, if you're looking for a specific book in this case, it would actually probably be closer to a scavenge check.
Oh.
Because you have a general idea already of what you're looking for. It's just a matter of locating it.
I swear, if Knees is all roses, I'm gonna be mad. Although they'd be dead roses, but it's probably nicer than what I walked in.
All right. 8. We'll come back to you, Rocket, as you're searching. That's good enough, but it's going to take you a little while, so we'll come back to you.
Rocket's finding all the good stuff.
And I'm finding now the bad stuff. I should have gone white.
So I
Never
found
bet on
nothing.
that.
All right.
Darkness has found crap, and...
Thanks.
All right. Well, opening up your door, Nee, you find what looks to be more storage, though it's not quite as shitty as Darkness's was.
Hey, fuck you.
Could mine be a booby trap next time?
Yeah, so it's like a
Just gonna search them.
it's a collection of boxes and You don't even need to roll for this. It looks like it's just a
No,
collection.
anyway.
It's like a bunch of clothes. It's like this is like spare clothes and shit, probably to like help dress up
Next.
servants who worked here.
No.
All right, this one you open it up and you see a very nice study room. Like there aren't any books in here, no bookshelves, but there's. I only put 2 chairs here, but that's only because I only had a chair sprites that faced down. I didn't have any for left, right, or up, so there's more than just that in terms of chairs in here. There's plenty of chairs, plenty of end tables, and some decorative paintings along the walls and shit, and some potted plants along the southern wall.
I got the same roll, but reversed.
All right, a 10.
Amazing.
Well,
Yeah.
Wow.
And with that 10 awareness, you look around and something catches your eye that stands out. In this corner, you see a little stone statuette. You could hold it if you cupped your hands together, it would fit nicely in your joined palms. It looks like an egg that is hatched in it's split in the middle, and the top half, kind of with this jagged separation line, is lifted noticeably up, and this really puffy-cheeked, big-eyed chocobo chick is staring up with just this most adorable look on its face.
Bestow upon me a glimpse of a new life. Oh, Rocket's gonna love this.
Should we meet up to the, I suppose, the library?
You're taking the statuette?
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
And then I suppose we can link up Rocket, see what she's found.
The statuette is pretty heavy in your hands, but you can carry it. It is made of solid rock. Anyways, Rocket. It's at about the time that those two are jumping in, and you're at about here, that you notice something on this particular shelf that stands out.
Whoops.
You look, and you spot a book in particular with the name. It appears to be part of a series of books, all talking about the same subject, but like different subsets of the subject matter. And it's entitled Creatures of Old, Legends of Odin. And on it, when you like pull it off the shelf and kind of flip it over, you kind of sit down to do this because you don't have hands. Like you pull it out with your beak, set it on the ground, sit down, start moving through it with your beak. You look at the front cover, and there is a picture indeed of Odin sitting on the back of a unicorn with this kind of jagged curving horn. Like it's not just a straight line, like it comes out a bit, then it curves down, and then it sharply curves back up, and it's really long and yellow, and the unicorn itself is crackling all over with electricity and very furry, but also kind of really skinny, almost like his ribs are showing, but all the same you look strong and comfortable holding Odin's weight. And Odin himself is an imposing and dark figure. His entire body is clad in pitch black armor with plenty of spikes and serrations. His helmet has these 2 gigantic horns that kind of reach up over his head. And on the front part of the helmet, the faceplate, it's literally a faceplate. It looks like a face. It is carved to look like a face with glowing yellow eyes that kind of never blinking, piercing the soul of any who look. In one hand, he holds his serrated sword, and in the other, he has an interesting and ornate, decorated, dark-colored shield. From his back flows this long and billowing epic cape filled with tatters and tears and rips. This is clearly a being who has seen a great many battles and is yet to see a great many more.
Whoa.
Found something, Rocket, and whoa. Okay. I don't want to fight him in a hurry.
Oh yeah, no, he's like level 12.
Alright, so we have a tome of creatures new and old. I found this. It's a little statue of a chocobo egg chick.
Oh, you get the adorable one. I get the terrible ones. I'm afraid I found nothing.
I give Rocket a small little smirk. Did you look like this once upon a time, Rocket?
That one's cute.
That's
I'm
got to
sure
be one
you
of the most adorable statues I have ever
Come on.
seen.
Anyway, we have the Gassel Greens and we have the lock of hair. I think it's time to return to the bowl.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's see if we done it right or wrong.
Okay.
Hope we did it right.
All right. Well, you return to the front foyer. Position yourselves in front of the statue.
Better not pull an Indiana Jones on us.
Anyways, so putting the stuff in the bowl.
I put in the little chocobo statue egg thing. Rocket has the rest. So
All right.
And I put in nothing.
I put in the rest.
All right. With each item you place into the bowl, it seems to sink just a little more into the statue, just a little more.
Oh shit! What do we do?
As you place the fourth and final object in, you put in the book. It looks like it could adjust its height to any number of degrees. And as you put the book in and it pushes in the rest of the way, you hear a click. And then in the front of the statue, about where the stomach is, a circular hole suddenly slides open, the stone sort of recedes in and slides off to the side, and there's just this perfectly round hole there.
and then gaze with an eye that cannot become blind. What does that would mean? An eye that cannot become blind. Well, I'm pretty sure I could become blind. I'd rather not.
Is that it?
What happens if we were to just, not get too close, but kind of just get a general idea of the whole?
I'm not gonna stick my hand in there.
I mean, it's not big enough to stick your hand in anyway.
Oh.
At most, you could peek an eye through.
It's an eye that cannot become blind, so I would not stick a normal eye in there because I think we'd become blind.
An eye that cannot become blind. Rocket.
Actually, that's a good shout. Rocket, bring thou mechanical eye here.
Yeah. I was just gonna ask, how sensitive is that mechanical eye of yours?
Pretty sensitive, depending on the roll.
Maybe if you want to stick your eye through. Be careful, of course. If you feel any pain, just jolt your head back.
Okay.
And I mean, I said mechanics can be repaired. Our eyes can't.
All right, well, you doing that?
Yep.
All right. You put your red mechanical eye up into the hole and peer through, and for a moment you're just seeing darkness in there. And then something opens up with a little mechanical whirring noise, and you recognize it as Magitech stuff. And then this blue sort of plane of light kind of suddenly spreads out from a point in the back and sweeps up, kind of almost like it's scanning your eye. You've seen this kind of stuff before back in when you were still in your lab. Stuff like this was used all the time with the head scientists to ensure that they could operate with a degree of security. Classified areas that were locked off and cordoned off behind such measures. And while this is not exactly the same, it's a similar principle.
Huh.
The scan kind of sweeps up your eye, sweeps down it, all the while emitting the sort of... And then, it sort of scans the very middle of your eye and stops. And then you hear another click. And another. And then you start hearing the sound of grinding gears and stone sliding upon stone.
Are you okay, Rocket?
Yeah.
Well, as it stands, the statue itself starts to sink into the floor.
Oh, get back.
Moving back a bit.
The statue sinks, and it sinks, and it sinks, and after a few moments, it's like it sinks all the way into the floor, and then starts to slide back. And as it does, a staircase starts to unfold. A spiral staircase unfolds as the statue slides out of view, and it descends into darkness.
What kind of mansion is this?
Well,
Riddles,
it's-
secret passages.
What was that?
Oh my goodness.
What was that, Rocket?
Magitech.
Well, since it seems to like you so much, maybe you should keep taking point.
This place is giving me a headache.
All right. Well,
Well, let's proceed on. Want to lead the way, Wocket? If you
Yep.
can fit down there. Can she?
yeah, she can fit. You can all fit. It's narrow, and it'll be a tight squeeze, but you can do it.
Hmm.
Anyways, stepping into the area, I'm going to reset the fog of war here really quick, plunge everything into darkness. As you step down into this dark chamber, the staircase descends for about 5 or 10 feet, about as tall as the statue was, before coming to a stop and opening up into a blank stone room. The only light comes from a small Magitech light bulb affixed in the very center overhead. There's a small wooden table in the center of it all, and on it is a note. There's nothing.
Okay, it's still black.
Yeah, I don't have anything drawn here. Mind's eye for this part.
Oh,
Mind's eye.
okay.
How do you wish to proceed?
Note.
What?
Read the note.
Okay. Come up to the note. Looks to be written in old parchment, faded and worn, but you can see it just fine.
What's it say?
Shall I read it out loud?
Yeah.
It reads as follows. Okay, you're probably really confused by everything that just happened. A wild goose chase through an abandoned mansion filled with oddly specific rooms and items. A secret door that required your cybernetic eye to open. And now this dark chamber with only this note to go off of? The truth is, we planned this a week ago. We've been conspiring to do this big and elaborate scheme for a little while, and it was spurred on when we heard about how you had a meltdown at work. Been having a rough time of it, so we wanted to set up something special for your birthday. So this is the wild and crazy, ridiculous idea we ended up with. I hope you didn't get too suspicious, and we're super happy we managed to do this thing at all. And now, for you, we have a small little surprise in store. All of this was for someone who has a very adorable nature to them, but who also maybe has just a bit of a temper. And even though she may be a little clumsy and a little too pun-happy, we're glad to have her on our side because we wouldn't get anywhere in this adventure without her. All this was for Rocket. All this was for you, Lumina. It's a day late, but happy birthday, our little adorifying nutcracker. Sincerely, all of us.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday!
Happy birthday, you wonderful person.
Thank you.
You are welcome so much.
I think it goes without saying that this session isn't canon.
Yeah.
Did we have you fooled?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes! Oh my god, you have no idea how big of a relief it is to hear that.
We were so scared you wouldn't be able to do it this weekend.
Yeah, we went through all the trouble to plan this and figure it out. We had to. We all knew everything that was happening here. These.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we set all this up, and we were worried you wouldn't be able to do it. That's why I asked if you could actually, if you were scheduled to work on one of these 2 days, if you could ask for one of them off, because I wanted so badly to make this happen.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was fun.
We
Yeah.
still have that surprise as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I showed the picture, right?
Yep.
Yep, it's there. Cute rocket.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Lumina.
Yay.
Thanks.
Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I got nothing else for this session.
Okay.
Oh, this was just an elaborate happy birthday.
That's all this was. Would have been perfect if we could have done it yesterday, because that was your actual birthday.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I got nothing
Yeah.
else for this.
If you can just elaborate some of the clues. Obviously, the egg that was the reason why I Corey said, "Oh, I wonder if you look like this Rocket," because that was meant to be Rocket.
Well, it was just
Yeah.
meant to be a.
Wow.
Well, no, it was actually just meant to be a chocobo, a baby chocobo. But all the things I
it's Rocket
used.
to me.
Oh yeah, all the things that you were finding in that scavenger hunt were meant to, in some capacity, be something that we kind of associated with you. Chocobo egg, you play as a chocobo. Gaicho greens, again, you play as a chocobo. And the locks of blue hair and the book of unicorns is because the persona we most associate you with from all of our interactions is your MLPOC, who is a blue unicorn with blue hair.
Ooh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was cute.
Yep. So,
That's
also, I was really fucking scared that that this would that you see, I figured out that your birthday was coming up a week in advance because I was tipped off by DeviantArt. I was checking my DeviantArt notifications and I saw a thing down in the corner that said Lumina Starlight birthday in 7 days. Like, oh shit. and it's like, oh shit. I didn't know when your birthday was, and it told me, and I thought, well, this is a perfect fucking opportunity. So I sent that to everyone else in the group. And we started making plans to just do this elaborate thing. They gave me ideas. We bounced ideas around. We came up with this. But as we were doing it, somewhere in the back of my head, I was thinking, what if she lied? What if that's not really her birthday? Because I know some people put the wrong birthday in for their privacy's sake. I was so worried until a couple days ago when you pointed out that your birthday was coming up, that it wasn't actually your birthday, and it would have been so goddamn awkward.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hades wanted to be here for this reason, but he couldn't get out of family stuff.
Yep.
But
the surprises keep on coming.
And speaking of surprise, I'll say you're going to have to cure my hangover again next time.
yeah, because nothing here actually happened. None of this was kept.
And also,
I
Lumina,
know.
if you're wondering, yes, this is going into the game as a secret thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's an Easter egg.
Yep.
Also,
All right.
your
All right.
Thank you for that.
You are very welcome.
You're welcome. We're glad you liked it.
Least we could do.
Sorry I couldn't do the voice, but allergies are crap.
Yeah, it's fine. As long as you had fun with it, that's the part that matters here.
Yep. Because there's also another little surprise, which you probably find out at some point. Steve.
Yeah. All right. So I have nothing else for this. So yeah, happy birthday, Lumina. I'll be at a day late. Thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, so much for tuning in to this episode of Final Fantasy D6 Chronicles of Enos. Some nice little fluff and filler. And it even gives me some ideas of how to proceed with the next session. But yeah, everyone who watches this, remember, not canon. None of this is real.
This is going to be marked as not an episode
all
number, but
like
as a bonus.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This is just a fun
It's an
little...
illusion or a dream.
It's a cute little side thing. So, again, thank you all so much for tuning in. Hopefully, we'll be able to play again next week, and we can actually get back to the story itself. With all that in mind, we'll see you next time, people. Keep listening.
Sure.
Goodbye, everybody.
I-
Happy birthday again, Lumina.
Thanks.
Now I have to go and find that epic happy birthday song and send that to you. It's gonna be great. Why did I make the to be continued screen take so long to do its thing?
Mhm.
Too long. Too long.